Still morning and it's raining. It's kind of shitty out today. But I stopped and got gas at this Chill Box, Sunoco. I've been coming up here for years. They got these new pumps. They're all fancy now and shit though. But last night I was driving around in the rain, and yesterday this car's got two 15, 45, 17s on it. They're low profile and they're great, you know, they look good. They're great for racing around in the street, you know, and track and stuff. But they're not really good for everyday driving, let alone delivering pizza. And the back are perfectly fine. The back, there's nothing wrong with them. The front are starting to hydroplane. So they're not there yet. This one is. They're starting to get there though. This one's gonna be there really soon, really soon. And that one already has a plug in it. They're not showing belts or anything like that, but the way I drive, actually this one's actually worse. I thought it was the other one. This one is where it's starting to get, you see on the outside, it's starting to get flat. So I gotta get tires, and these are running 215, 45, 17s. They're Toyo Proxys, which are great. They're great tire. I like running good tires, I really do. But I found a set of tire. This woman over here in Orchard Lake has a set of used tires, and they're Futuras. They're off-brand tires, but she only wants $60 for 4 tires. And the set, the meat on them and the tread, it actually looks like a high-performance tire. And they're 255, 50 17. So not only is it taller, see this is a 45, a 55 would be basically 1 inch taller, or however taller it is. I forget the actual dimensions, but so the first number is the width. So this one is 215, right? So the other one that I'm getting is pretty sure it's a 255. It's a 255, so it's a wider tire, which I get way more traction. Way more traction. I'll have a wider tire. Also, it'll be taller, so it'll fill up the space a little bit. I'm hoping it will fill in the gap. I'll have enough room. It won't scrub. I'm about to go check them out. They're in Orchard Lake, so it's worth a drive. I might go get them. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go get them at noon. I'm about to go to Planet Fitness. I gotta drop off the stuff that's in my trunk and then make some room in the car for these tires and go to the ATM and get the money. Because I had $400. I was gonna use that money to double up, but then I found that camera for $200 with all those lenses in that bag. I couldn't turn down the deal, and I knew that it would be gone before I came back. So I kind of don't have the money to do that, you know. So yesterday, I put in an application at Papa John's to deliver, so I can feed myself and provide myself with gas money at night, making tips every day. He called me already. I have an interview today at 4:30, so I'm going to basically go work out, take a shower. First, I'm gonna go to the ATM right now. I just put in the gas. Go to the ATM, go work out, shower at my new shower at Planet Fitness. Wait till noon, kill time, probably go back to my storage unit, kill some time, smoke. I gotta wait around till noon, hang out with my cat, do some computer stuff, you know, because I can do it in my car now. I have that little power adapter. I have hotspot on my phone. I have data, so I can do some computer work, wait till there, then drive out to Orchard Lake, go take a look at these tires, possibly have a set of tires for my car to go work. And I ain't got to worry about anything because, one, I'll have a set of tires that are almost new. They look really well, even though they're used. They look good. Then I'll have spares. I'll have 4 spares as well, which will be in the storage unit. So, even though they're not the exact same size, they're good for a spare to get another tire. So we should be good. I still have to get them installed, which there's a place over here I like to go to. It's on Warren and Southfield. There's a bunch of them. You go over here in Detroit, you can get the tires installed for $20, $30. You know, they'll put all 4 of them on and balance them for $40. You know what I mean? $30. If you know the person, you can get a tire on your car for $20. If you have a flat, they'll balance it and everything. You can't beat that. That's why I love the Hood. You can get anything you want at the best price in the Hood. You got to make sure you go to the right one though. Make sure they actually fucking put the tire in the bucket of water, and make sure there's no holes in the used tire that you just got. That type of shit, you know. But all these Arabs over here in Detroit, they got these they got buildings everywhere, fucking full of good ass used tires. They're pretty much like almost new used tires that are pretty much the same exact tire as yours, same brand, everything. Put on your car with you in the car for $20. A lot of times they try to hit you for 30. But what I like to do is, like, I'll have $40. I'll put 20 in one pocket, 20 in the other pocket, and I'll say, look, man, all I got is $20, man, in this pocket right here. And then what I like to do is I'll give them the 20, and then I'll pull out the other 20, and I usually tip them. So that's how you do it, man. You make them, you know, people love when you really do that way. When you come there next time, stuff like that, they know you. You know what I mean? They're willing to work with you. They know you're about your money, and you know they ain't trying to you know, rape you, you know, rape your wallet as soon as you know, show your face. So you gotta be like that, you know. It's part of the game, part of the street life. I love it. Everywhere you go. A lot of cultures, Indian people, listen, I've been around the world, Indian people, they will not respect you if you don't wheel and deal. So when an Indian person comes in, I'll put the price $100 more than the actual price. That way, when I do give them the deal, I still get paid the same price that I was asking. Sometimes that's why it's good not to put prices on car parts. I do it at Michigan Imported Cars all the time. It was funny because my bosses would, as soon as an Indian person would come in, they would shut down. They wouldn't even want to deal with them. I was bringing in tons of money from the Indian people. The Indian people love me because I understood their culture. I understood what they wanted, what they were expecting. And there's nothing wrong with expecting if it's correct. If it's supposed to be something that is supposed to be provided, or like a service, like a job or something like that, yeah. It's another thing at Cottage Inn. I was working at Cottage Inn. I'd hear so many people say, these customers come in and expect this and expect this. Yes, of course they do. They come in there and bring you money all the time. Stop bitching about it. Take care of the customer. People, you'd be surprised how far you go and how far you get by simply just caring and loving for all people, no matter who they are, what they've been through, what they've done. You have no idea what that person has been through, what that person has seen, what that person even knows. You have no idea what evil spirit is tormenting their heart, their soul is up in their head, and why they're sick. And why you are sick. And here is you being a bitch, being somebody that wants to constantly talk and speak down to people. What's wrong with society is not the society. It's the evil one. And the evil one has no power until you talk evil. Whatever you put out of your mouth comes back to you. God spoke the world into existence. He said it, it was done. Same goes for every thought that is in your mind, in your heart. Whatever comes out of your mouth is in your heart. And when you say it, it's going to happen. You gotta watch what you say. That's why when I hear people talk about other people and speak down on them, if I speak about somebody, it's because I'm teaching or I'm reflecting and showing someone their error. I'm not speaking down on them, talking behind their back. It's not what I'm doing. All those bad thoughts that are in your head, those negative thoughts, every time you speak it into existence, or you speak down on somebody, or you speak it out, that you're being evil, and you're going to bring that evil back on you. That's how natural law works. That's how karma works. That's how God created it, and it's in our blood. It's in our innate nature. You can never get rid of it. That's why they say to seek a higher consciousness, to seek a higher thought of thinking, to be enlightened is to have your mind on God constantly and not having any evil thoughts. But you still have evil thoughts. The thoughts are going to come, but you don't speak them. You don't act on them. It's not what you hear. You can listen to all the bad music you want. I hear all this all the time. People say, oh, you don't listen to that shit. Don't listen to that shit. No. Listen, you can hear whatever you want. And hearing is not what is fucking you up. It's what comes out of the mouth. When you teach your children, you watch what they say. You watch what comes out your mouth for them to learn. You understand? Use your head, think. Whoever that needs to think and reflect, that's what you need to do. Stop thinking about all the ways to plot schemes and get rich and what you're going to do to get by and all that. Stop it. Just stop, period. Stop. Ask Jesus to come into your heart. Spend time with him. Have a relationship with him. Push everyone else out of your life completely, totally out. Push them out. Even your family, those are the ones you have to push away the most. You need time alone to yourself. You need time alone with yourself. You need time alone by yourself. With God. With your heart. With your soul. So you may receive the Spirit. Without Jesus' Spirit, you're just an animal. You're just a soul. Just like any other animal. We are animals. We know this. In order to have God's attributes, to perceive God and to reflect who he is and to know who he is, you must act like him. You must ask him to be in your heart. Because he is in everyone's heart. You have to cleanse it. I mentioned before, it's like a scab. It's like a scab, right? You know, imagine like falling off your bike, right? And scraping up your elbow, right? And then the scab's up and falling on it again, scabbing that scab up. All those layers, all the years of scab after scab after scab on your heart, right? When you accept Jesus in your heart, you ask Jesus to come into your heart, he's got to pull all those scabs away, man, one by one. And each one is each idea, wrong belief, scar that has happened from someone or something you have done. Whether it's happened to you or it's happened to someone in your family or you've seen it done or you've done it. It doesn't matter. You still carry that conscious guilt. You carry their weight and yours. Therefore, you need Jesus. And the only way, even if you meditate and you do yoga and you work out and you do all these things, you're still going to have a scarred heart. Jesus is the only one that will peel all those scabs away one by one. He will correct each error. He said he's like the vine. He's like the pruning. He's like the gardener, right?
he prunes each branch, each leaf, each leaf that is dying, that's bad, right? What does the gardener do? They come in, they clip it off, right? That's what he does. He comes in your heart first, and then he starts clipping everything out on the outside. But he can't make you beautiful on the outside till he makes you beautiful on the inside first. And that's the only way. There is only one way. You came into this world one way. There's only one way out of this world.